Do, do, do. All right. Good evening. Welcome to Monday. All right, got the chat up on my phone. Hello, Alice. Are you going to join us tonight? It's yin, so it is a very cat-friendly class. Yeah. All right, we've got a couple minutes until we get started, but we are going to be doing a yin class tonight, so we're going to have some nice long holds of postures, really taking time to sink into them and focus on the breath. These are going to be nice grounded shapes, and man, 30 minutes of yin, phew, goes by quick. We've got some twists, some spine, and some hips. A little bit of everything tonight. What do you think, Alice? You're right. Props. I do recommend 2 blocks for tonight. So we'll just tuck those off to the side. I normally use my little wooden blocks, but for yin it's really nice to have the larger kind of cushionier blocks. But whatever you have, or if you don't have them, you can definitely be fine without them as well. We've got about 2 minutes until we get started. We are going to start lying down today, so feel free to slowly make your way down or have some water, get set up. It's such a beautiful looking night outside. Not a cloud in the sky. Yay, hello Maddie, welcome. Welcome to yin. All right guys, we've got 1 minute until we get started. So if you are just tuning in now, welcome. My name is Rachel. We are going to do a grounded yin class tonight, and if you have blocks, we'll just tuck those off to the side of your mat so they're nice and handy when you might want them. I am going to switch from the chat on my phone to my clock because when we do yin, I do like to make sure we're doing the postures for the same length of time on each side, you know. Keep it organized, right, Alice? All right, let's get started. Let's put you on the couch. All right, and we'll get started. Oh no, she likes the nap better. We are gonna start lying on our backs today, so slowly starting to make your way down there. Now you have a couple options for this starting posture. You could stretch the legs out long, let the arms fall wherever is comfortable. You could take your blocks, prop them up under your shins for a little support with the legs. Or you could take bottoms of the feet together, knees wide, finding a passive hip opener to start. Or if you're looking for a little bit more closure tonight, you could plant the feet wide and knock the knees together. So you've got a lot of options for this starting posture, finding the one that feels right for you. And settling in on your mat this evening with a couple of nice deep breaths. Great. With that next exhale, let's empty all the air out. And then take a big inhale for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4, and let it out. Nice. Finding a comfortable pattern of breath that works for you, evening out those inhales and exhales as you settle in. Maybe each exhale sinks you a little closer to the mat. And we'll spend about another minute in this starting posture of your choice. Maybe softening the gaze while you're here, or even closing the eyes. Let's take about 3 more breaths there. Great. Slowly starting to blink the eyes open if they're closed. And slowly gather the knees in towards the chest. You can use the hands to guide them in. Give it a squeeze. And then let the left leg lengthen away, falling towards the ground. We're going to take this into a twist with an exhale, taking the right knee across body towards the left, settling into a supine twist. Now you could always take a block to prop under that right leg. If it doesn't quite get to the ground and you want a little support there. But while you're in this twist, try to keep both of those shoulders anchoring down towards your mat. The arms can fall wherever is comfortable. And just like our starting posture, really settling in there, finding some nice deep breaths. Great, we're going to spend 1 more minute in this twist. You could keep the gaze up towards the sky, or maybe gently turn the neck to the left, or to the right, sorry. Peeking towards that right arm. Great, take 2 more breaths. Slowly rolling that back to center on the back. We'll give both knees a hug in, hanging onto the left leg as you let the right leg fall away towards the ground. We'll take that right into the other side, exhaling the left knee across body towards the right. Finding this gentle twist. You can always add that block under the left leg to support if you'd like it there. Letting the arms fall wherever is comfortable. Maybe doing a little scan up and down the body, seeing if you're holding any tension, specifically in the neck or jaw, giving that area a little wiggle, and using a nice deep exhale to try and sink down. Great, we got 1 more minute here. If you tried so on the other side, maybe taking a little peek to the left if that feels okay for your neck. Great, take about 2 to 3 more breaths here. And slowly rolling that back to center. We'll bring the feet to plant. Let them fall over to whichever side feels more comfortable. Use the opposite hand to press you up to sit on the butt. We're going to open up to a butterfly or Baddha Konasana, taking bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. Nice, inhaling up nice and tall here. And with an exhale, hinging forward to fold. Nice. Now there's a couple options here you could take with your blocks in this fold. You could take the blocks to either side of the feet, bring the forearms down to them or the hands. You could also take the feet a little further away from you and maybe stack the blocks behind the heels and let the forehead come to rest. So whichever one of those feels better for you, or maybe no prop at all. Finding a couple of nice deep breaths here in this butterfly. Great. If you also, another thing I want to mention, if you find you don't have much space to fold, taking those feet a little further away, or you could also prop your butt up on a block, or even roll up the back of your mat to sit on the edge of that. That can feel really nice as well and give you a little more space to fold. We are just going to take one more minute here. Great, let's find about 3 more breaths. All right, slowly starting to walk yourself up out of that fold. Nice, you can tuck your blocks off to the side if you're using them, and leaning back to uncross the legs, plant the feet wide. We're gonna plant the feet the width of the mat. We're gonna work into a deer pose, so letting the knees rock over to the right. Flex the feet, turning the torso to square over this right leg. Starting to work down into a fold from there. You can always add those blocks as you come down to hands or even to forearms into your deer fold. Getting a stretch to that outer right hip. Now deer pose is very similar to pigeon pose, but it's a lot gentler on the knees. While you're here, do think about flexing those feeties. Right, continuing with those nice deep breaths, really filling the lungs and letting it all out. This is one of my favorite poses. Great, we've got just under a minute left here. Oh wow, my screen is so dark. There we go, let's turn that up a little bit. All right, we got 2 more breaths here in this deer fold. Alice, are you just gonna tear this cat couch apart? she's just ripping at it. All right, let's slowly start to work up out of that, walking yourself back up. Nice, leaning back to pivot the legs through center. We'll take them right over to the left. This time turning to square the torso over the left leg. Feet are flexed and slowly starting to work your way down any amount into this deer fold. Adding your blocks if you'd like them there, under the hands or forearms. And keeping a nice flex into those feet. Alice, we did not want to rearrange furniture during class. There, yeah. What a silly cat. Awesome, we've got just 1 more minute in this deer fold. Great, let's take 3 more breaths here. Awesome, slowly starting to work yourself up out of that deer. We'll tuck the legs all the way off to one side, coming forward to your tabletop position. From here, let's take the toes together, step the knees out wide, and push the hips back as you sink into a child's pose. Now the arms can reach forward here, forehead can melt down towards your mat, or you could prop it up with a block. Great, settling into that child's pose. If it feels good for you here, you can always take a little rock of the head left and right, gently massaging it against your block or the mat. Great, we're here for, wow, these poses are flying by. Got about a minute left in your child's pose. All right, take just 2 more breaths here in this shape. And then when you're ready, gripping into those fingertips to slowly pull up out of that child's pose and realign back into your tabletop position. We're going to take this all the way to the ground, gently shifting forward. Bend into the elbows to lower all the way down onto the stomach. From here, let's cross the forearms in front of you, bringing them parallel to the short edge of your mat, and let the forehead come rest on the forearms. We're going to come into a half army crawl position, so pulling the right knee up by the right side body. Nice. And sinking into this little grounded hip opener, letting the forehead rest, letting the body feel heavy. Now, if you'd like a little more here, you can extend through that right leg and plant the foot to intensify that just a bit. Oh my gosh, we've only got 10 minutes of class left. How did it go so fast? Great, we've got 1 more minute left in this shape. Great. With your next inhale, slowly pulling that leg back in and sending it long. We'll take that right over to the other side, pulling the left knee up by the side body. You can settle down there, or if you did so on the other side, extending through that left leg to plant the foot, intensifying that little half army crawl shape. Oh, Neil, you've come to join us on the cat couch. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. Great, into our last minute of this shape. All right, slowly starting to pull that left leg back in and lengthening it behind you. Let's uncross those arms, bring the hands to plant just under the shoulders. Inhale to peel the heart space up, baby cobra, and place the forearms down, finding a sphinx pose. We're just going to use this to transition onto the back, so bringing the right hand just behind the left elbow. Grip into that hand as you roll over onto the right side body, all the way to flip onto the back. Great. Once you arrive on the back, let's stretch out into a big X shape, taking up lots of space here. And we're going to come into a banana pose. So picking up this right leg, cross right ankle over the left. Gently lifting the head, neck, and shoulders, planing those over to the left as well, landing you in your banana shape. Now in the shape, we want to keep both of those shoulders anchoring down, just like in our grounded twists. And if you want to intensify this, left hand can grab for right wrist and maybe guide it a little further. Great, one more minute in this banana shape. All right, let's get ready to slowly start uncrossing, inhaling to stretch back out into that big X shape. And then we'll invert our banana to the other side, taking left leg and crossing left ankle over right, gently lifting the head, neck, shoulders, planing those over to the right as well. Just trying to keep both those shoulders down. And if you did so on the other side, right hand can grab for left wrist and maybe guide it a little further. Great, we're in our last minute here of this shape. And then we've just got Shavasana, and that's class. Time flies. slowly starting to undo that banana. We'll stretch back out into that big X shape. And then starting to settle into your Shavasana. If you didn't use them in the beginning, it's really nice to take your blocks, prop those up under the calves for a little support in the legs as you settle in to this pose. Letting the arms fall wherever is comfortable. And letting each exhale sink you a little closer to the mat for these remaining few moments. Great. Whenever you're ready there, you can blink the eyes open. Take a big stretch with the arms. Of course, you can also stay in your Shavasana as long as you may like. But we are at 7:30. Thank you for being here tonight. I hope you enjoyed this slow yin class. We were going to do folds and straddles tonight, but then with all the wildfires happening in Nova Scotia, I thought a nice chill class would be a better way to go tonight. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh, all right. Let me show you a quick cat before we go. Come here, Dexter. You're just so holdable. There he is. Look at the camera. No, don't look at me. He says, thanks. Oh. Thanks for being here tonight. He would like to go back to watching his birds now. We hung a little bird feeder just outside the window and they love it. You are welcome, Linda and Maddie. Thank you guys for being here. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you guys next time.